Language is a powerful tool. It shapes our thoughts, identities, and how we see the world. For the deaf community, this rings especially true. The words deaf, and deaf are not just different ways of saying the same thing. They represent different ways of experiencing the world, different identities, and different relationships with the deaf community. Understanding these terms is key to understanding deaf culture itself. It's about recognizing the diversity within the community and respecting the individual identities of its members. For those unfamiliar with deaf culture, the nuances of these terms might seem insignificant. However, they are anything but. They reflect a history of struggle, resilience, and pride. They speak to the richness and complexity of deaf experiences. Learning about these distinctions is not about mere political correctness. It's about fostering empathy, respect, and understanding between the hearing and deaf communities. Deaf, with a capital D, signifies more than just the audiological condition of not hearing. It represents a cultural identity, a sense of belonging to a vibrant and diverse community. Deaf individuals who identify with the capital D see their deafness not as a deficiency, but as a different way of experiencing the world. They embrace sign language as their primary mode of communication and celebrate the unique cultural values and traditions that have emerged from within the deaf community. For them, deafhood is a journey of self-discovery and acceptance. It's about recognizing the beauty and richness of deaf culture and rejecting the medical model that views deafness as something to be fixed. It's about celebrating the contributions of deaf individuals throughout history and advocating for a world where deaf people are valued and respected for who they are. In contrast, deaf with a lowercase d refers to the medical aspect of hearing loss. It describes a physical condition, a partial or total inability to hear. Individuals who identify with deaf may not necessarily connect with the cultural aspects of deafhood. They might see their hearing loss as a medical condition that needs to be addressed, perhaps through hearing aids or cochlear implants. Their primary language may be spoken language, and they might not use sign language or participate actively in the deaf community. This doesn't make their experiences any less valid. It simply means that they relate to their hearing loss differently. It's essential to remember that there is no right or wrong way to identify. Each individual's experience with hearing loss is unique, and their chosen label reflects their personal journey. The term D-deaf acknowledges the spectrum of experiences within the deaf community. It encompasses both those who embrace the cultural identity of deafhood, deaf, and those who primarily identify with the medical aspect of hearing loss, deaf. It serves as an inclusive term, recognizing the diversity within the community and respecting the different ways individuals choose to identify. The use of D-deaf is a powerful statement of inclusivity. It acknowledges that there is no single deaf experience. It recognizes that individuals may identify with different aspects of their hearing loss at different points in their lives. It's about creating a space where everyone feels seen, heard, and respected, regardless of their level of hearing, communication preference, or cultural identification. Understanding the distinctions between deaf, and D-deaf is crucial for both the hearing and deaf communities. For hearing individuals, it's about moving beyond stereotypes and assumptions. It's about recognizing that deafness is not a monolith. It's about approaching interactions with deaf individuals with sensitivity and respect, using their preferred language and communication methods. For the deaf community, these distinctions are about self-determination and representation. They are about claiming their space, their language, and their culture. It's about ensuring that their voices are heard, their stories are told, and their identities are respected. In a world that often prioritizes hearing, recognizing, and respecting these distinctions is a step towards greater inclusivity. It's about creating a society where deaf individuals are not defined by their hearing loss, but by their abilities, their contributions, and their identities. It's about celebrating the richness and diversity of human experience in all its forms. So the next time you encounter the terms deaf, or D-deaf, remember that they are not just letters on a page. They are gateways to understanding, empathy, and respect.